I'm talking today with Rev Todd Henderson, and Rev Henderson is the senior pastor at First United Methodist Church in Cullman.
That's right.
You're relatively new to Cullman.
That's right.
At least less than a year ago.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So give us a little bit about your background.
Yeah, I've been in ministry since 1988. God called me into a relationship with Him in '85 as a 20-year-old, telling my age now. And as a young man, after just a few months, felt God calling me to ministry. So in '88, I did my first sunrise service in 1988, and still remember it. But married my young lady that we went to school together, and had the opportunity of leading her to Jesus. And out of that, ended up dating and marrying. So we've raised 3 children. Got one still at home, a 16-year-old, a daughter at Auburn, getting ready to graduate in May, the Lord willing. And then one that we adopted out of our first church, who's now made us grandparents. I have 3 grandchildren.
Okay.
I'm Pops.
Yes.
And, so she's been a blessing to us, and she lives in Walker County as an education, married an educator. We're just proud of and love our kids. So, yeah, I've pastored across North Alabama almost 30 years now. And so I was in Alexander City, we're on Lake Martin, and the Lord called me to Smith Lake in Cullman, Alabama. So we're still settling in and learning our way around.
Okay. Well, once again, welcome to Cullman.
Thank you.
Reason that we're visiting today, the Easter Sunrise Service is, Easter just a few days away now.
Close.
Give us the details. What's going to take place?
Yes, yeah. They tapped the new guy to be to do the sunrise service to speak. So that happened to be me getting tapped this year. But it's Easter morning, 6:30 a.m. and we gather and so sounds like it's just a beautiful. This will be my first one too. And our worship leader Brian Westbrook's coming and leading in some worship. But it sounds like it's a 20-25 minute, if the preacher's not too long-winded, service. But it just sounds like the sun will rise as we celebrate the sun rising, and it'll be a great time of worship together.
This is a long-time tradition that the Cullman Ministerial Association, I don't know how many years.
I was asking that question too, and one remembered their child being there, and their child is now in their 30s, so they know it's at least 30 some odd years old.
And of course, for people who are new to Cullman, this is at the Grotto on the campus of St. Bernard, and you go through the souvenir shop and then down the steps to the lower level of the grotto, and that's where the service will be held.
And you were telling me that when we gather at 6:30, it's just still dark and getting light, and the sun will rise while we're there and worshiping. Sounds very special.
Yeah, and the flowers are starting to bloom this time of year, and of course, Easter changes from year to year, but I think it should be about perfect this year.
It sounds great. I'm excited to be a part of that with our community, and it sounds like it's well attended, and a lot of people go into the rest of their day either to worship at their own churches or to go be with family that they're having to travel perhaps, and this gives them an opportunity to worship like the first Easter.
Yeah.
As the sun, early in the morning, as the Bible says.
That's right. Well, Todd, thank you for being with us today, and we'll see you early Easter Sunday.
I look forward to being with you all. Thank you, Dennis.
Okay.